asking how you both sort of first came to be involved in this project and what attracted you to the roles.
Oh damn, just gone.
Well, I met, Ahmed sent me the script, which I really liked, and then, he wanted to meet me, he wanted me to do the movie, and I sort of met him, and really liked what he had to say about how he wanted to film it, but also his inspiration for, being a director. And we both were a fan of the same movies and the same directors, movies like from, Lawrence of Arabia to Jewel to Jaws to, Hitchcock's, Rear Window, Strangers on the Train. So we kind of, as points of reference, were very similar. But I loved the script. I loved the simplicity of it and the realistic telling of this story, which never sort of, took you out of the reality of the situation. And I thought that the film really invested in the characters, getting to know the characters before it went into any kind of action, which I thought was very clever and very old-fashioned. He was taking a risk by doing that as well, because these days I think films, they want them to be, if there is going to be a sort of an action genre within the films, the one's always expected to get there incredibly quickly, because everyone's worried about losing the audience. But I think that he takes the time, and I think that bodes well for him in the rest of the movie. So
couldn't say it any better myself.
I know you did a trailer for this movie before it had even been made, and obviously investors jumped on when they saw it. Had you guys seen the trailer before you got involved?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I had, and I liked it. I thought it was terrific, wonderful trailer.
Was it quite strange watching a trailer for a movie that you're going to be in and yet you're not in?
I loved seeing that, because he showed it to me. He come to see a play and he showed me this trailer, and I just thought, I want to be in this, because it just instantly you see. I guess it's like, for once, a director almost auditioning for, he showed you what he can do, and suddenly you realise, wow, this person's pretty cool. I'd love to be part of this. And then I had to audition, but I wanted it that bit more because I could see what he was trying to do, and it was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
I mean, it's an audacious sort of debut for him as a director, because a lot of directors, when they have a small budget, go for sort of family drama or something. He's gone straight into action thriller.
No, nothing stops him. He just went straight for it.
I mean, do you see because obviously it's his first film, do you see a really bright future for him then in cinema?
Oh, absolutely. I think he and what he's created, because he used this sort of new way of. We didn't use green screen, it was all hydraulics and 3 carriages with screens and projection, which is quite new, I think. It shouldn't be new, but it is new, and it felt very real.
It's in the sense that not a lot of people use it now, but it's very old fashioned in a sense that they used to use it, they didn't for years, and then they sort of come back to it, so it's really good.
And obviously the fact that he went to the effort to make a trailer to get this movie off the ground as well shows a real determination. I mean, was that something that really, was that infectious? Did that spread onto the cast? Was there a real kind of desire to get this one sort of going?
I think for you probably, I don't know, but how did he send you? How did he get you in the room?
You sent me the script and,
So you read the script before watching the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read the script, watched the trailer, thought the trailer was very impressive.
And £500, I think £500 was it, that trailer?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You've been involved in some huge, big kind of Hollywood blockbusters. Something Mission Impossible, for example. And I was just wondering, how different is it kind of being on a film that's also attacking a similar genre, and yet doing so a much smaller budget? Is it sort of posing any challenges?
Well, they're all challenging, even the big movies are challenging. You still have to wake up in the morning and get to the heart of the scene and do it as truthfully as possible. It's just that you've got, probably 7 months more to do it. This took 5 weeks. I probably would have filmed, maybe a couple of pages in 5 weeks on Mission Impossible, but this is a different challenge, and I really liked the smallness of the story as well. But the sort of, it was big themes, strangers on a train coming together, find themselves, 6 of them left, and they're faced with a very, very dangerous situation that they have to solve. So the themes of mortality come in, and loneliness, and not being in control of your own destiny. All these things you have to think about. But done in a very obviously a small scale way, but I think he did it and he was incredibly successful the way that he realised his vision.
I was wondering if you guys were on a train that seemed to have no brakes and was just sort of speeding away, what would you do in that situation?
Again, I can't tell you what.
He's been
You
at
know,
this
I've been terrible.
He's going in all different
I
directions.
think I would, you know, if you know you try all the emergency brakes and they don't work and you can't get in touch with the driver and the police, you know, can't really do anything because it's a diesel train, it's not electric, so it's not like and they've tried to, you know, there's only so much they can do to slow the train down because, you know, they don't want to derail it because then you risk killing all the people on board. Then you try and figure pretty similar. I would think, well, what can I do to uncouple the, you know, the engine train from the rest of the train? And I think I'd probably do something similar to what Lewis did.
And have you guys had any apprehensions on travelling on trains since?
Well, we were saying this. I think every time you get on a train, you can't help but think about it, you know. But it hasn't stopped me travelling on a train. But that's what's so intense about that. This could happen. You know, it's very real and simple in story, but big because of it. And you feel for these people, for sure.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I have been on a train since then, but I haven't. I think about the film every time I get on a train, but you know, I'm not. You know, I pray that something like this never happens to me.
And Kara, I was just going to ask as well, because obviously this is one of your first big sort of cinema roles. You haven't done too many so far. I was just wondering how you've really made the kind of the move from soap opera to cinema really triumphantly. And I mean, was that something that must have been really quite worried about that? You must be quite thrilled that it's kind of happened because it's a trap that a lot of soap opera actors fall into.
It's been really great for me to have sort of the last 3 years. I've done a lot of stuff that I'm quite proud of in a way because, you know, I haven't had anyone in my family, you know, gone into this career. So everything I've done has been a real learning curve. And in hindsight, I might have done things differently at certain times. But, you know, you do what you do and you learn as you go. And, you know, I've been very lucky that maybe the route I've taken has meant that I've learned certain things and it's made me better now. And no, it's just lovely to do as much as I always went into acting to do as many different parts as I could and to play characters and not just, you know, I think you can get trapped and it's dangerous, but you need to work and work is work. And so you do what you need to do, but it's tough at times, but it's nice to be a part of this film for sure.
And just finally, can you actually do that party trick when you make that noise?
No, and I did it really badly. When they showed me how it should be done afterwards, I went, we should have had a day's training for this trick because it looks, you know, when I did the
Yeah. I thought it sounded fantastic. It's supposed to lie, you're supposed to say,
Oh yeah, I was very naturally
good at that. I've got a toothache.
Yeah, tomorrow, come back tomorrow.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.